Beautiful 1920s and 30s Art Deco airports. Croydon, UK. World's first. The first golden age of aviation, the 1920s and 30s, saw the construction of beautiful Art Deco terminals and control towers. Pilots, aircraft, airports and airshows attracted huge crowds, catered for in observation and dining areas. In this video we look at the first such airport, Croydon, south of London, UK. If there is sufficient interest, I will cover other great Art Deco airports. The beautiful book opposite was a key resource for this video. Also, in Microsoft Flight Simulator, much credit must be given to developer Redwing for his lovely 1930s airports at reasonable prices. Former iconic Croydon Airport overlaid on Google Earth, 1 of 2. Black dot, top center, equals Westminster, London. Yellow area, equals former airport. Red dot, equals Art Deco terminal and tower, still remain today. In 1915, a Royal Flying Corps airfield was established on part of the site that was to become Croydon Airport in South Greater London. It was used for training and for aircraft to attack approaching German Zeppelins. In 1918, a National Aircraft Factory, NAF, with its own airfield, was also established on the site. Both were important World War I facilities. Former iconic Croydon Airport overlaid on Google Earth, 2 of 2. In the early 1920s, the Royal Flying Corps and NAF airfields joined to become the first Croydon Airport, with a temporary terminal, ATC tower, hangars etc. It was the UK's main airport between the wars. Radio triangulation to fix aircraft positions, and the emergency word Mayday, from the French Help Me, were first used here. The red circle encloses a round concrete marker, still visible today, which used to include the name of the airport to aid approaching pilots. First Croydon Airport, early 1920s, 1 of 2, painting. In 1924, Imperial Airways, the forerunner of British Airways, was formed at Croydon. In that same year, an Imperial Airways de Havilland DH-34 crashed very shortly after takeoff, killing all 8 on board. It was the first fatal accident for Imperial Airways, and the UK's first public aviation accident inquiry. It concluded the crash was due to an unknown mechanical defect and subsequent stall during an emergency landing. First Croydon Airport, 2 of 2, painting. The crash inquiry led to a decision to expand and upgrade Croydon Airport. The new airport opened in 1928. All that you see in this picture was demolished to enable the expanded landing ground. New second Croydon Airport late 1920s, early 1930s. The second Croydon Airport included a new Art Deco terminal building with control tower. It was the world's first advanced terminal and ATC tower. The airport also had the world's first airport hotel. As well as being the UK's main centre for regional and international flights in the period between World War I and II, Croydon hosted many famous world record-setting pilots, including Amy Johnson, Charles Lindbergh, Charles Kingsford Smith, Alan Cobham and Bert Hinkler. Interior of the Art Deco terminal. The lovely interior featured a booking hall with world maps and weather on the back wall, booking counters on the right, and in the centre, world time clocks and flight details, probably the world's first arrivals and departures board. Before we go into Microsoft Flight Simulator using Redwing's lovely rendition of 1930s Croydon Airport, this map shows some of the things we will see in MSFS such as the terminal and tower, hotel to the left of the terminal when viewed from the airside, airfield landing area fences, boundary lights, floodlights, chalk markings to indicate preferred takeoff and landing areas etc. The Handley Page HP-42 was the aircraft, more than any other, that was identified with Croydon Airport. But we do not have a HP-42 in MSFS, so we'll take another 1930s aircraft, the Handley Page Hamden. Art Deco terminal and control tower right-hand side. Airport hotel left-hand side. Floodlight on corner of grass and tarmac. Royal Airways, the forerunner of British Airways, was the main airline at Croydon, but there were also many others. Here we see the Sabina and KLM hangar. Sabina was a Belgium airline until 2001. KLM is still the Netherlands airline, the world's oldest operating airline still flying under its original name. Here we see the Air Union hangar. Air Union was the result of the merger of two French airlines in 1923. It was merged with four other French airlines in 1933 to become Air France. Boundary fence and boundary light just inside the fence, off the aircraft left wing. Chalk line indicating preferred takeoff and landing area. Wind direction indicating flags, and maybe smoke canister as well. Floodlight on boundary corner, inside fence. World War II German reconnaissance photo of RAF Croydon. Note, what looks like two roads crossing on the airfield were, in fact, painted onto the grass in an attempt to disguise the airfield. During the war, Croydon became RAF Croydon, an important fighter field during the Battle of Britain. It was also where RAF Transport Command started, moving thousands of troops into and out of the various war zones. It must have been an amazing sight on the first day the RAF took over Croydon, in September 1939, as more than 60 Hurricane fighters circled the field, peeling off one at a time to land. Croydon Airport closed in 1959, replaced by Heathrow with more space and less fog. Today the Croydon Terminal is an aviation museum, aviation house, and the hotel is the Aerodrome Hotel, almost the only remaining items from the former airport and both heritage-listed buildings. The only other remaining remnant is the large white concrete marker circle that was placed on the field for approaching pilots to read the word Croydon. Today, a preserved 1950s de Havilland Heron aircraft sits outside Airport House. It is painted in the livery of the Morton Air Services aircraft that operated the final flight out of Croydon Airport on the 30th of September, 1959. To finish up, enjoy Croydon Airport 1935 real footage.
Handley Page 42-seater, operating on the Southwest Continental route. Fokker 12, London to Rotterdam, with connections to cities in Northern and Eastern Europe. Early morning inspection. While the cleaners are at work, a searching examination is carried out by an expert staff of inspectors and engineers. Certified for 24 hours service, the Handley Page is towed to the embarkation point to take aboard her complement of freight and passengers. The auxiliary motor starts each main engine in turn. Lufthansa Junkers. Swissair Douglas. Inward bound aircraft, national and international, converge from all points on Croydon.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe for more.